Campy is about a 20-year-old cat. She's been around even longer than her parents have been married, and they've been married 17 years. Paul had her for about 3 years before they got married.
Darla's a friend of a friend. She did acupuncture and holistic healing, and so when Campy got sick, we called her up.
The first time I saw her was before I ever even had this location. I was only doing house calls at the time. And so she's had a few bouts of dehydration, mostly from chronic diarrhea. Campy is at least part Manx cat, so she doesn't have a tail. And like many other Manx cats, there are some issues with the way that their spine and their vertebrae along their back are formed when they're born. They tend to get a lot of arthritis in their hips and a lot of sensitivity along their lower back. And in her case, most of her symptoms have been digestive, where, you know, her arch is more in the center of her back, where those little nerve roots come out and supplement her digestive function. So that's where we see most of her symptoms, but we've been able to get her to gain weight and had her symptoms managed with very minimal medication and a little bit of acupuncture. So Campy is here for a little tune-up acupuncture.
Actually, I was extremely surprised at how well she took it. One of the needles, she stuck it right in her nose, and she didn't flinch, she didn't move, and I would say that within 48 hours you could see a marked difference in how she was feeling and eating and things like that.
That's a very calming effect too, so while she's getting the treatment, it really calms them down, and she just purrs the whole time.
Just like in people, we check their tongue and their pulse and feel for sensitive areas along their back. A lot of cats start to decline in their kidney function. They drink a ton of water and they start getting thinner, so they start to lose muscle mass. They can have a lot of vomiting and nausea, so sometimes they don't want to eat for that reason. They'll even have some mental fogginess because they're chronically dehydrated. Kidneys in traditional Chinese medicine help with everything age-related, including the joints and the spine, cognitive function. We will also treat her digestive tract, her spleen. Interestingly, she has this little arch in her back right here, and that's right where her association points are for her digestion. A lot of older kitties also get soreness in their joints, even though they hide it very well. So most people don't realize how much soreness they're actually getting in their joints as they get older. So we have digestive points, master points for each of the hind legs to help her hips, and some balancing points.
It changed her appetite, she was able to eat, and it boosted her immune system, so she was able to fight off the cold, and she got better pretty quickly.
Holistic medicine such as acupuncture and nutritional supplementation, finding the right ingredients to help support the body gives the best chance for healthy building blocks. So instead of giving them Prozac or other heavy-duty drugs that can sometimes make them feel really disoriented, we can just change what they're eating and help them in a really gentle way. And so the body can start to repair itself.